Today we'll be walking you through the various configurations that are available in Symmetry Guest. One of the powers of Symmetry Guest is that it is very configurable, allowing you to configure Symmetry Guest to match your security policies. And those security policies can be applied typically per building as well as per visit type. As an admin, you navigate to configuration. I'll be going through the access control integration configuration in a separate video. From a badge configuration standpoint, you'll notice you can create badges for single buildings or multiple buildings and or visit types. We have a full badge design tool where you can use photos, text fields, a standard badge template, so you can create as many badge templates as you want in Symmetry Guest. You have your credential scanner, which is your driver's license and ID scanner. So it's simply a turn on and configure a wizard to make sure that it's ready to go. You have your guard assist, which is using a tablet to collect policy signatures and policy acknowledgements. You have your lobbies, which allow you to segregate buildings more granularly into lobbies. You have your policy management. So policy management allows you to create like a non-disclosure agreement or a health and safety policy, and then you can apply that to a specific building or all buildings or multiple buildings, as well as specific visit types. You have your QR scanner. So that could be a QR scanner, just like you're boarding an airplane. You just turn it on and credential scanning will be available in Guest via a QR scanner, and it will read the QR scanner from the visitor welcome email sent to the visitor that includes a QR code. You have your user roles, which we've covered in a separate video. You have your screen configuration. Your screen configuration is powerful as it allows you to determine what fields are shown in each screen in Guest for the host. So you can, and for your receptionist. So you can say these fields are for the pre-registration. These fields we're going to collect information when the visitor's checked in. And these fields we want to assign when creating a new visitor. And you'll see below that Guest has the ability for companies to create their own user-defined fields. So if you have fields that are important to you from a visitor management standpoint, from your security policy, you can create your own user-defined fields and make them required. In addition, you can assign each screen configuration to a building or buildings and visit type or visit types. You have your self-registration kiosk, which we cover in a separate video. You have your various system configurations. We've covered the default role assignment that can be this role, this host or host delegate role will be assigned to all new identities added to the system or new system users. You have your group check-in buttons, and then you also have the ability to set up your Outlook and Gmail calendar integration, meaning you just add Symmetry Guest as a visitor to your Outlook or Google Calendar, and it will automatically add the visitors to Symmetry Guest based on that person holding a host role. And this allows you to filter out specific email domains. So if you don't want employees registered as visitors, it will filter out those email domains, and it will filter out specific email addresses as well. And then you have the ability to send badge templates down to the physical access control system, as well as notifying users when your visitors have passed a specific threshold for that day. And that's a per building threshold. You have your visit approval workflow. As we stated earlier, you can create your own user-defined fields. That includes various numbers of fields available, number groups, radio groups, drop-downs, checkboxes. Visit type configuration. Symmetry Guest allows you to create your own visit types. So you can delete the visit types out of the box and create your own, or add additional visit types. And then you can edit the workflow for each specific visit type, meaning you can talk about days in advance that a visitor can be pre-registered from a security policy perspective, the maximum length of a visit, as typically if a visit goes above a certain threshold, then you'll want them to go through a different process rather than be registered as a visitor. You can make photos required, you can expire photos after a certain amount of time, and you can show an expired photo indicator. And then there's multiple workflows in terms of checking visitors out. You can allow hosts to check out visitors. You can automatically check out multi-day visitors each day. You can determine what time you want to check visitors out at the end of each day. You can automatically check in visitors who receive a QR code. That's our auto check-in using a QR code as a credential workflow. You can omit certain users from security checks, and then you can determine which notifications are sent. The two most popular notifications being the visit arrival notification, which gives you the ability to send an email or a text message to the host when your visitor has arrived on site, and then the visitor welcome email, which you're sending to the visitor by building, which can include information about the building, information about your building policies, attachments, helpful parking information, parking passes, Wi-Fi passwords, and then the ability to give them a QR code just for registration or a QR code that can be added to your Google or Apple Wallet. And very soon we will also have Google and Apple Wallet credential integration as well. And then you can determine if you do not want to capture photos at check-in system-wide. If that's a policy of yours, you can turn that off, and nowhere in the system will the system be looking to capture photos of visitors. As you can see, Symmetry Guest is very configurable. If you have any questions on configurations, please reach out to AMAG Technical Support. Thank you.